Moving on. Almost 6 months after massive youth led protests rocked Nepal and led to the resignation of former Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli, the Himalayan country has cast its vote in a landmark general election. As voting concludes and counting gets underway, millions of Nepalis, particularly young voters, are looking toward the new leadership with expectations of stability, employment opportunities, and transparent governance.
Voters turned out in large numbers across Nepal as polling concluded in what many are calling a decisive moment for the nation. Long queues were seen outside polling stations, reflecting high public engagement in the first national vote since the deadly September protests that forced Oli's resignation. With a surge in first-time young voters and heightened public expectations, attention now shifts to the counting process and to whether this election can truly deliver the change demanded on the streets. Voting began at 7 a.m. local time and ended at 5 p.m. with counting scheduled soon after. Interim Prime Minister Sushila Karki and Prime Ministerial candidate Balendra Shah were among those who cast their ballots early in the day.
We just expect that good candidate must be win, and we support our young generation. That's it.
I really hope that whoever wins, they plays a significant role in development of Nepal, enhancing the life situations of every citizen, along with those who are marginalized, vulnerable, and who have been victim of various ill practices.
A key factor in the election is the addition of nearly 1 million new voters, most of them young, registered after the September unrest. Their participation has strengthened calls for generational change and greater political accountability. At the center of this momentum is the 3-year-old Rashtriya Swatantra Party, which has fielded 35-year-old rapper-turned-politician Balendra Shah as its prime ministerial candidate. A former mayor of Kathmandu and a prominent face during the September protests, Shah represents a departure from Nepal's traditional political establishment. For many young voters, this election carries deep personal significance. They believe the sacrifices made during the protests must translate into tangible reforms.
अब विकास नभएको ठाउँमा अब रोजगारहरू खुलाउनु पर्यो हैन अब जनताहरू अब खाडी मुलुक गइराछ त्यसलाई सबैले रोजगार खुलाएर त नेपालमै बसेर केही गरौँ भन्ने अवस्थामा
यो भोट चाहिँ नयाँ सरकार बनेगा नयाँ सरकार चाहिँ देशको विकास लगायत नीति निर्माण ऐन कानून बनाएगा देश र जनता के पक्ष में इसलिए वोट डाला.
The election comes nearly 6 months after violent clashes erupted during youth-led protests over corruption and restrictions on freedoms unrest that ultimately led to the resignation of the then Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli. Now, with voting complete, Nepal stands at a turning point. While this election is expected to reshape the political landscape, the larger question remains: will a new mandate bring lasting reforms in governance, transparency, and job creation? As counting begins, the nation waits. For the young people who marched in the streets, for the families who lost loved ones, and for workers struggling to make ends meet, this election is more than a political event, it is about the future of Nepal. Whether the next government delivers genuine transformation or falls into familiar patterns remains to be seen. But after months of protest, pain and sacrifice, one message is clear. The people of Nepal are united in hope, seeking stable, accountable leadership that can turn promises of change into lasting progress.